Hey beauty babes, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. It's so good to finally be sitting down in 2021 and filming beauty content for you guys. I promise to be more punctual and have videos uploading and rolling on YouTube. So without any further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, let's get started. So as you guys can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing a full face of signature for you guys. I went out to not one but two signature shops and I got myself a whole bunch of signature makeup. Unfortunately, I do not like the concealer. I did go ahead and purchase two, but it's not my thing, so I'm going to skip this for today and I'm going to be using my normal L'Oreal concealer over the foundation. Without any further ado, let's get diving into this video. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead with the primer. So this one says Prime Perfect with Vitamin A and E Foundation Primer. So I'm not sure how much each product was, but I'm pretty sure you can find those products on their website as well, which I will leave in the description below because they also have a website that you can order from. But for me personally, I do not like to order makeup online unless I know it's going to work for me. I prefer going into the store and buying my products. So I'm going to be going in with the primer and I'm going to be priming my face. So I've used this primer before and it's like a velvet soft primer. So I'm just going to apply this and massage it all over into my skin. So guys, now that I went ahead and I applied my primer, we're going to go in with foundation. And for foundation, I have the Signature Extra Coverage Foundation. This is what it looks like. I love the packaging. It's like a matte glass bottle with a pump head and it's really bougie. So this is a matte neutral look lightweight feel foundation. I'm really eager to try this. I did swatch it on my hand and I found my correct shade. So the shade I am is in Toffee and I'm going to go ahead and apply this onto my face. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to blend up my foundation with the Signature foundation brush, and I really like how soft this brush is. I think it's going to blend up this foundation really well. I also have the Beauty Blender, but I prefer sticking with brushes when it comes to foundation. So let's go ahead and apply and blend out this foundation. So guys, I have to say that with this foundation, honestly, I think it's a beautiful color on me. It does oxidize a bit. It's a bit on the orange side, but it's like, how can I say, maybe I'm putting one layer, that's why it's looking very neutral. But I'm not going to go in with another layer because I don't want my foundation to look a bit more cakey. So I'm just going to leave this foundation as is on my skin, and as you guys can tell, I already went ahead and I applied my eye makeup and I did my brows, which is getting ruined, so we will do that again later. But other than that, this foundation is okay if you have perfect skin, and I would say it's like gonna give you a medium to full coverage, but other than that, it's pretty okay. It does dry down matte, and I would say it's sort of good. I'm not going to say it's one of the best foundations that I've used, but it does, as you guys can see, it gave me a nice dewy glowy finish, although it's matte. But we shall see how it'll turn out at the end. Okay, so now that the foundation is done and dusted, I'm going to be going in with concealer. And for concealer, I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Paris Infallible More-Than Concealer. And I am in the shade 333. I'm going to be applying this because I do have the Signature liquid concealers and I'm not happy with it because these buggers do not apply really well. I attempt using this before I could film and I'm not happy with this at all. So these concealers is a no-go for me. They're too thin, and as soon as you apply them to your skin, they actually dry so fast that you can't move them around and blend it out. So I'm just going to stick with the best trusty L'Oreal Paris More Than Conceal concealer, and I'm going to be applying this over the foundation also to brighten it up. And to blend everything, I'm going to be using a beauty blender. So guys, I just went ahead and I blended out all of that concealer with a damp beauty blender, and I like the way this concealer is actually bringing life to this foundation and it's giving me coverage. I'm quickly going to go ahead and I'm going to be setting my face with the Makeup Revolution Banana Powder, my holy grail powder. I'm just going to put some into the cap like normal, and I'm going to be using it from here, but I'm just going to quickly grab a sponge. I'm not going to be using a brush. I just want to grab a sponge and just like press on this powder underneath my eyes. Also going to do some around the mouth. Now I'm going to be grabbing a brush and taking that powder and just applying some to the forehead. We're going to let that set. While the powder is setting, I am going to go ahead. I know I look a bit scary right now. I'm looking at myself in my viewfinder and I do look scary. So we're going to move ahead and we're going to be using the Signature contour stick. Now you can use this as a foundation stick as well, but I just prefer using it as a contour stick. So we're going to be using the Signature contour stick in dark rose, and mine broke. It was super hot the other day. It actually melted and then it broke. So this is what it looks like, and I'm going to be using it straight out from this, and I'm going to be drawing my lines on my face where I'm going to blend out later on with a brush. Now that I went ahead and I applied my contour lines on my face, I'm going to be using my Switch Beauty G31 contour brush, and I'm just going to blend this out. Okay beauty babes, now that I've blended out the cream contour with a brush, I'm going to be taking my powder brush and dusting off that loose powder. What this will do is it'll actually make the loose powder go over the contour shade and it'll lighten it up a bit so it doesn't look too harsh. And then for underneath the eyes, I'm going to be using this brush here by Signature. It has this beautiful head right here, but it says it's for highlighting. I'm not going to be using it for highlighting. I'm going to be using it to dust off the powder underneath my eyes, like really close to underneath the eyes. So I'm just going to use this brush to brush it out. I'm going to be taking my beauty blender and blending out that contour, just making everything melt into the skin and blend away. It does look a bit light on camera, but trust me, in reality it does not look light at all. It's perfect. I love the way it blended out, and I'm going to go ahead and just set my face with some makeup setting spray, and this is the Signature Fix Perfect makeup setting spray. Apparently, from listening to the sales consultant, it has like some oil in it that helps the makeup to set in place as well. So we're just gonna let that dry. Let's move along, guys. So for bronzing up my face, I'm going to be using my Essence Mattifying Compact Powder in the shade Espresso. And I'm going to be using my Freedom Makeup dual-ended brush. And I'm going to be using the angle side. And I'm just going to like carefully bronze up my face, because already, as you guys can see, that this cream contour has really bronzed up my face and it contoured it really well. So I don't want to overpower the bronzer and make it look darker. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna set all my cream contour with the powder. My bad. And then I'm going to be taking my big brush and just blending that out. And I think that is it for the face as far as bronzing up and contouring and highlighting. I'm going back in with my damp beauty blender and I'm just going to like dab my skin, because I feel like everything needs to melt in and all work together. And lastly, to finish up this makeup look, I'm going to be going in with blush. And for blush, I'm going to be using my Holy Grail Signature Blush in the shade Rose. As you guys can see, this is well loved because I always use this blush when I'm like heading out of the door and I just want that nice, soft, rosy red cheeks. See what I mean? It just complements any skin color really well. And I completely forgot to bronze up my nose. Quickly going to do that. You guys know from previous videos that my favorite highlighter in the whole wide world is my Signature Glow Illuminizing Baked Powder, and I'm in love with this. Honestly, they have reduced the price. I'm not sure whether it's like 25 rands or 10 rands, but they reduced the price ridiculously. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna purchase quite a few and stock them away, so when this finish I have backups. So I'm just gonna grab a fan brush, and honestly this highlight is so pigmented you don't even need a lot, because if you do put a lot you're gonna be glowing to the gods. And I'm just going to highlight my face. And I'm taking a damp beauty blender again and I'm just pressing in that highlighter because I don't want it too much. Grabbing a domed highlighting brush, I'm going to be doing my nose. And guys, I'm just gonna finish up with some of the setting spray. Not a lot, just a little bit, just so everything can stay in place. I think that's about it for setting spray, because I did go ahead before and apply a lot of setting spray, so I don't want to do the same right now. Okay beauty babes, so this part is not going to be seen on camera, but I just want to show you guys quickly what I have. These are the Signature's eyelashes, and let me tell you something guys, if you are looking for affordable, good quality eyelashes, this is honestly going to make your day. If you're a lash queen and you love lashes, go ahead and purchase these lashes. They are 30 rands for one, whoopsie. But I can tell you this much from using Signature lashes. They hold on super well, they stay on the entire day, and it feels so light on your eyelid that you don't even feel like you're using lashes. And you can reuse this. They stay at the back here. You can use it up to 3 times, but honestly if you look after your lashes, you can use it about 6 or 7 times. I went up to 10 times with my previous lashes before I had to get new lashes. So it's not fortunate that I always get lashes at the nearest Signature store near me, but I have to drive out for lashes and I will do anything for a good pair of lashes. So definitely get your hands on these lashes, they're amazing. I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to be doing the rest of my eye makeup off camera, and I'm going to be applying these lashes. I'm not sure which style I'm going to go for because I've got like these favorites of mine, which is style 43. It's very wispy, but again it's very natural and light on the eyelid. Then you got the style 22, that's what I meant to say, but I wanted to say shade. So style 22 is actually very flirty and it's very wispy. And then I picked out style 15, and this is very short and it's also wispy. Again, it's really short but it's wispy. I've tried it. And then in my previous video, I think in my second last video, when I did that peachy glam look for the holidays, I used the style 36 and I was in love with it. This is lengthy, but again it's still wispy. So what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to go off camera, I'm going to complete my eye look and apply my lashes, and I will be back. I'm going to move along and go on to lips. So for lips, I have 6 matte shades that I picked up from Signature as well. They were having a massive sale on these lipsticks and I got my hands on 6 shades. And then I also have this palette right here, which is the Lippie palette. It has 2 matte shades and 2 cream shades. I already tried this out. I'm not a fan of it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a fan of this. And that was 15 rands, which was on special, but whoopsie. Coming back to the matte lipsticks, I think I'm going to actually settle for a brown shade because I'm always like using brown shades. Well, kind of brown shades, but I'm just going to settle on a brown shade, and I'm going to be using Sugar, which is this shade right here. It's a pretty brown matte shade. Before I go in with the lipstick directly on my lips, I'm going to be going in with my LA Girl lip liner in chocolate, and I'm quickly going to line my lips. And then I'm going to be going in with the lipstick, and I'm going to be using Sugar. Honestly guys, these lipsticks are super matte. And then using my finger, I'm just going to blend out this shade with the lip liner. Okay guys, so this is my lips done. I'm complete with the makeup look. I can tell you this far that these lipsticks honestly stay. I've used some shades in the past and I've been through it. I had tea, I had food, I kissed my hubby on the cheek, I just like literally went about my day, and at the end of the day I still had lipstick on. That's the beauty about it. And the sale price is 20 rands. I mean, like, it's a color stay lipstick. Why wouldn't you even get your hands on it? Because Revlon makes this color stay lipsticks, and now Signature has their own color stay lipsticks. I think they should have named it the 24-hour stay all day lipsticks. This lipsticks truly stay, and I can't wait to swatch these lipsticks for you guys on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, I am Lynette Michael. Go ahead, click on that following button, and you will see a video on these lipsticks pretty soon. But I'm just going to get my hair done. Okay, my beauty babes, we have reached the end of this beautiful video. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. This is the final result. As far as the foundation, I have to say I would prefer it being a bit more on the fuller coverage, so we don't have to apply too much of foundation to get the coverage that we want. And with the concealer, I did not use the concealer today because I have used this concealer in the past and I didn't like the way it goes on because it doesn't move, it doesn't blend out, it dries too fast, and the consistency is really thin. But maybe for other people it's really nice, but personally for me it's a no-go. I'm happy with everything else. The next time I go into Signature, I'm definitely going to pick up more foundation sticks and try that out. And I love my lip color. I'm always about a good nude, and this is a brilliant shade to use if you are a dark brown girl skin like me. I am going to go and rock this makeup look, and I hope you guys stay safe. I love you guys so much. Bye guys.